few words from our sponsors. Before you go and visit anyone, please make sure you check out their website to make sure that what I'm telling you today still stands true. Thank you again to all of our sponsors for making the show possible, especially during the pandemic. Now is the time to pre-order using Herbology's website. This allows the team to fulfill your order quickly and with minimum contact. Herbology's #1 priority is the safety of you and their team. You can call their Westminster store at 443-487-4552 or their Gaithersburg store at 240-654-0911 for more information, and visit myherbology.com for additional details. Thanks, Herbology, for the support. Evermore is working hard to ensure that each transaction is safe both for the customer and the employee. And to help facilitate this, they are asking you to order ahead online and use CamPay. They are working extremely hard to make sure that you have the essential medicine that you need. And you can visit them at evermorecompany.com for more details. Thank you, Evermore. The team at Pure Life Wellness is working overtime to ensure they are able to remain open and continue to serve the community. We can help them by ordering ahead, signing up for CamPay or using their new debit system, and making sure we maintain our distance when we go into the store. Visit them at Pure Life Baltimore for all the details. Cannabis Science Conference has moved to June 29th through July 1st. You can visit cannabisscience.com to purchase tickets and use the code MJ25 to get 25% off your tickets. I am so excited to get back out there and see all of you, so come geek out with me at the Cannabis Science Conference. Thanks, Josh and Andrea and the entire team for supporting Conversations with Mary Jane. As a result of COVID-19, Peak Relief asked that if you need to obtain medicine, order online or call them at 301-703-2400 to place that order ahead of time. All orders must be placed using the online system on their website or by calling them. Additionally, please allow for 1 hour for them to process the order before picking it up. While we do anticipate longer than usual wait times, they are encouraging patients to wait in their vehicles and to take advantage of curbside delivery. While visiting inside the facility, all patients will be required to maintain a safe social distance of 6 feet from all other patients and from the staff. They've indicated areas on the floor and the seating so you can make sure that you're maintaining that distance. And they're asking all patients to abide by these new protocols. In fact, I just saw on Instagram that you need to wear face masks when going into the store. So add that to the list that you need to do if you are going in. That's why they're so encouraging you to do website ordering or call them so you can do the curbside pickup. In fact, I've been doing it when I've been visiting dispensaries. And although I do miss seeing everyone's face, does make it a lot safer and easier for everyone involved. A few other important notes about Peak Relief: their hours are still 10 to 8 p.m. You can sign up for their newsletter and text messaging so you can stay up to date with all the information at their website. If you have any questions or concerns, email them at info@peakrelief.com, or you can call them at 301-703-2400. Thank you, Peak Relief, for your commitment to the community and to the show. Southern Maryland Relief is committed to the safety of their patients and staff during the COVID-19 pandemic. Temporarily, they've changed their hours from 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and 11 to 6 on Sunday. They also have some new protocols. As you go into the store, make sure you have your ID ready. They're going to ask you to hand sanitize. You'll be wearing gloves. There's red tape on the ground so you know how to stand 6 feet away from everybody. And additionally, only 8 people are allowed in the store at a time. So if you can imagine, having your patients, when you visit them, would be helpful as they are working through new protocols to keep all of us safe. You can visit them at somdrelief.com to place your online order. You can also request curbside pickup when you arrive at the store. So take a look at their website to learn about all their new protocols. And the best reminder that they give: please remember to spread kindness during these challenging times. Thank you, Southern Maryland Relief, for your support and that beautiful reminder. I met James back in the spring of 2019, so almost a year ago. And despite being in the best health of my life, I still was sick, anxious, and depressed. And over the course of the last year, we have worked week by week, discovering what food works best for my body, creating meditation and mindfulness practices that set me up for my best day, and preparing my body, mind, and spirit holistically for daily challenges. My work with James has been transformational and has provided me the strength, courage, and equanimity needed to live the life that I want. If you suffer from chronic pain or illness, and if you feel like you have tried everything and still haven't found relief, maybe my holistic wellness coach, James, can help you. You can reach out to him at james@sparkvisionnow.com. Thanks, James. Hey, guys. Welcome to another bonus episode of Conversations with Mary Jane. Today, I have my good friend Becky to share some insight to what it's like to be a mom. And this is actually a conversation that I've had over and over again with a lot of my mom friends. And I'm not a mom except to a little puppy. So I really have no expertise in this other than what my friends have told me over and over again. And it has all to do with mom guilt. And how, man, when they take a second for themselves, they feel guilty. When they do this, they feel guilty, even down to the point where, man, I need some relief and I feel guilty. And so I'm so thankful that Becky opened up about the challenges of being a new mom, being someone who supports cannabis and using it, and just her internal struggle with being a cannabis mom and not a wine mom. So I'm thankful that she opened up to us so that we can have a little bit of insight. Becky, thank you for all that you've done for the cannabis community through all your articles, and especially sharing something that is so personal. On to Becky's interview.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
That is very similar to the wall that is exactly behind me. That is a Baltimore City brick wall that's been painted over.
Yeah. I had to convince Chris because I was like, our bedroom. So I'm like sitting on the floor of our bedroom. Our bedroom is so small, but like just having I like the bright white versus we have the rest of the house. So
yeah,
switching it up.
Beautiful. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, you know. Each day, each hour of this quarantine time is weird.
Yes, I'm sure. And you have a little one at home too, right?
Yes. Yeah. So now just playing tag team with Chris, and we do some shifts during the day and attempt to get some work done.
Yeah, I'm impressed with parents right now.
Yeah, it's a survival mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like there's levels to this shit. So
exactly.
My heart goes to everybody trying to figure everything out every second of the day. Like, there's a lot. And then we just had those crazy storms come through. Did you get hail? Wait, you live in Canton, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So crazy ass hail.
So crazy.
And it
like this will be an activity for 10 minutes. Look out the window.
Yeah. Let's learn about weather conditions.
Yeah.
Well, I'm super excited that you are joining us for our 420 episode. Basically, we're just asking a bunch of people some questions about cannabis to share your experience, since we all can't be together on 420. Although I feel like I'm going to go walk down a street away from everyone at 420 on Monday.
I think you should.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do to celebrate.
I like it.
So what did you want to share with us today?
Yeah, so while I've been advocate for cannabis for a long time, and I thought it would be fun to like share the first story of when I first smoked, but I decided to go a different route and be more vulnerable today.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah, and so I figured, because in the past 6 months, I've had a deeper realization as to how medical cannabis is really helping me.
Mm-hmm.
So for more context, I've enjoyed cannabis for quite some time, and I've had my medical card here in Maryland for 2 years. While I know there's so much to learn, and I've educated myself a lot about it, but I originally got my card to help with migraines, and like that was
Mm-hmm.
years ago, and it helped across the board. But it was really in the like since I've had my son and was really struggling with postpartum depression and anxiety, and that's really like what shifted it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you, I had, one of the reasons I started using cannabis was for mental health reasons.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we've been really lucky with the medical cannabis program and, having access and really all of those things.
Yeah.
And just because if you had listened to any like episodes from before, because this is like a pneumonia virus, I've been very concerned about the way that I consume cannabis.
Yeah. Yep.
And have like significantly tried to reduce it all the way up to stopping it altogether.
Yep.
And we got to see what that was like and how different, like what a difference in my life it's made.
Yeah. And that's, yeah, I've been trying to be cognizant of that too. But because more recently, I like my lungs just can't handle it. And
Yeah.
so even though that's my preferred way to smoke, my lungs just can't handle it, and like sometimes I just suck it up and I'm like whatever. But right now I'm like the symptoms come with it. I'm like I need to be able to tell the difference. So yeah, I've definitely been shifting, which granted shifting since becoming a mom, but then also like more recently as well.
Yeah.
But like speaking to what you're saying as well, as like for when I was pregnant, it was like a long time of not using cannabis, and so that was a big realization too. It was just one, my anxiety was out of the roof, and I don't know if that was from, well, I think it was a variety of things, obviously.
Yeah.
but
cannabis, pregnant, I can name two.
Yeah. So that was something that like went a long time without having it. And then once I became a mom, then I had this judgment on myself about using it. So I didn't know like the impact of it has on breastfeeding and et cetera. And then also just there's this socially acceptable norm of like moms can have wine and like that's okay, but like a mom smoking weed just seems irresponsible. And the thing is like I would have never judged another mother for doing it, and yet I was doing that to myself.
Yeah.
And that was something I had to get through.
Yeah. That's actually probably the stigma we attach to ourselves is probably the biggest one that we have to overcome, because it's the one that we feel the most, right? Is that one. Absolutely. Thanks for sharing that. That is, God, so many moms could use this.
Yeah.
So many moms right now
could
use this.
Absolutely. And it was, because it was, for me, it was like a big tank after like, I was doing really well right after giving birth, and like was just like actually surprised. Like I prepared a lot because I'm like prone to anxiety. I was like got a like postpartum group and like I amped up my self-care and like I even took up running. Like I was doing great and was like, we're killing this and like we're doing a great job. And then it was like when I stopped breastfeeding and I was going back to work and then like was reducing breastfeeding and pumping, and I was like not prepared for the dip in hormones that was about to happen. It was like these two hormones that make you feel really good, like oxytocin and prolactin, that help with breastfeeding. And that my like daily dose of that was completely gone. And so
I didn't know that was. Obviously, I've not read much about pregnancy. That's awesome.
It's like incredibly fascinating, like how much like my body could handle, and like how like after like in that like my honeymoon period after giving birth, I was just like looking at myself and I was like, I'm like look at everything I did. This is really cool. Like a new like appreciation for the female body. And then it was just when those hormones started to dip, like I always knew I was a highly sensitive person, but I didn't realize it was gonna like hit me that hard. And so that's where I turned to a like postpartum therapist, and it was really like talking to her that helped me change my mindset of how I was using medical marijuana. And it was just she like said something that stuck with me, was like, if you're going to use medical marijuana, then you need to treat it like a medicine. And so up until that point, I think I had a more recreational like mindset with it, and was just like kind of treating it like it was my glass of wine, like at the end of the day. And like, that was what was more socially acceptable in my brain, was like, that was when it could fit into my life. And that was more of a like reactive versus a proactive use of it. And so she had recommended, like, everything she was saying was all things that I like educated myself on previously when I was writing articles or when I was helping friends, and like I just couldn't take it for myself. And she was like, find a like smaller dose, like get a tablets or tinctures, and like take it when you're taking your vitamins, like treat it like a medicine, like it is. And that's when it like all started to shift for me, and just was able to find more joy in my everyday, more like I was able to be more present and get away from being so difficult on myself and like judging myself so much, and just stop crying every day. And well, for the most part, but, and then, so it was a lot.
Every one of my mom friends all have that one issue, taking it from evening to moving it into the morning.
Yeah.
Because it would be not great for you to start your day off with a glass of wine. However, it is quite different for you to find a dose that takes you to the spot where you need to, like, I mean, I just feel like for me, even when I'm waking up, I'm kind of starting behind the 8 ball mentally.
Yeah.
So I need to do my meditation, my stretching, my affirmation, all of those things, plus this, so that I can like start out, instead of trying to use willpower to not be anxious and to not like be sad and to not be all of those things.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly what you're saying, is how it like shifted my mindset of like, okay, this fits in. It's one of these things. Like it is, I have meditation, I have my breakfast, I have my vitamins. It's one of these things that fits to help me take on the day and have like a more sustainable lifestyle than a like reactive, like, let me recover from what just happened.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Becky.
Of course. Yeah.
And thanks for helping us all celebrate on 420 and share all of our good vibes about cannabis, even though we won't be around each other.
I know. I feel like this year will be a little bit different. Well, a lot different for various reasons. For me, it's like less of like finding a funny movie to watch and having some good food, and more of just like being thankful for this medicine that like can help me be a better version of myself, or like the version I like of myself.
I mean, I'm so grateful it's been listed essential everywhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't even think about that. Like if it hadn't been. Ooh.
The Tuesday before all this hit, I just had this feeling, and I was like, I'm just going to go stock up.
Yeah.
And that stock up didn't last because my anxiety was through the roof. Like it just, I don't know if you've seen the meme where it was like, I've purchased my 3 weeks worth of cannabis for the second time this week. That's kind of for Pure Life. They were getting it. Like, it's just like, I can't keep it in. I totally forgot where I was going with that. I've had a lot of calls today, and I would imagine, a lot of weed today. So I'm like 4 left. I'm like, I'm trying to keep it together. But I do, that it's just going to be different this year, and being thankful that, you know, people are out there working hard.
Yeah.
And especially the dispenser, I like everybody.
Yeah. Just, being able to be open and help other people is amazing.
Yeah. You look amazingly fresh-faced, too. I would just like to say quarantine has been beautiful on you.
Well, this is my first time putting on makeup in 4 weeks, probably longer than that. But I was like, oh, it's a podcast. And even though, people will only be listening, but like. Oh,
no, it's a video, too.
Oh,
wait. I didn't even tell you. See, sorry. Bad.
I was like, good. It's a good excuse to like, get dressed up and actually feel good about myself. So,
yeah. Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
And I'll see you around.
Yeah, have a good one, and happy pre-420.
Yes, happy pre-420. See you later, Becky.
Yeah, bye.